How do you get inspired? Look, you got to be able to inspire yourself, right? No one else is going to do it for you. And this is something that I learned the hard way in my life, right? I kept looking for someone to come in to my life and inspire me. But what it really took was me changing myself and, really morphing myself into the person I wanted to become that really inspired me the most, right? Going from who I was to who I am now. Thinking that I could never get out of the place that I was once in. Stuck. Weed addicted. Porn addicted. Nicotine addicted. No ambition. Lazy. Angry. Going from that person to meditating, working out, eating clean, learning every day, working hard all the time, right? Going from that to this, that's inspiring. And guess what? No one did it for me. I just did it for myself, right? No one else is responsible for who I am now other than myself. I was influenced by certain people, parents, whatever it may be, friends. But none of them did all this for me. None of them took me out of the darkness and, depths of despair that I was once in, right? I didn't tell anyone when I was struggling, okay? That's why I say I didn't have any help from anyone to get out of that position, because I didn't. I didn't tell anyone I was struggling, and I pulled myself out of that alone. All alone. And you need to understand that in this world, you are alone. You might have people around you, but at the end of the day, there are 24 hours where you're alone with your mind. And when you're alone with your mind, you don't like it. You don't like it. You don't like being alone with your mind. That's why you shove headphones in your ear and listen to filth, rap music, all this trash, drowning out the noise in here, right? Because there's a lot of chaos in here when everything goes silent, when you don't have people speaking to you, when you don't have something playing in your ear. Everyone's like an NPC, a robot, walking around with headphones in all the time because they can't sit alone with their thoughts. Is that you? I know I used to be that way, shoving headphones in my ear whenever I got a chance because I couldn't be alone up here. But what I did to become great at that, I didn't do this. It wasn't intentional, but I ended up in the hospital. And when my parents weren't visiting me during the day, I was alone at night, in pain, suffering. And I was completely alone. I didn't turn on my phone. I didn't even want to look at my phone. I didn't play anything, any music, any videos. I completely sat in silence. Utter silence. And I sat alone with my thoughts. And it was in that darkness and that silence that I confronted everything that was wrong up here. I attacked all of the things that I was ashamed of in my life that I was holding on to. I got over it alone in silence. And I inspired myself in that hospital bed. I finally forgave myself, and I said to myself, I'm going to get out of this even stronger and do something great. I did that. That's my most proud moment, being in there and having that mentality when I lost 30 pounds in 10 days, when I was throwing up green, infectious bile, suffering. And they use that word very intentionally. It was so much pain, so much torment. My body got ravaged. And I don't want anyone to feel bad for me about that. That was the best thing that could have ever happened to me. This is the best thing that could have ever happened to me. I came out of there a new man. And why did that happen? Because I found that inspiration. I found a mission that was going to drive me once I got out. I swore to myself that I would never waste a minute, a second of my life being who I used to be. Being a liar. Not taking care of myself. I had done some good work on myself up till that point. And, maybe I got rid of a lot of habits before all of that, that crazy event happened. I wasn't smoking weed. I wasn't vaping. I wasn't watching porn. I really started fixing myself, and then that happened. But I still hadn't had purpose. It was all just, I don't know. There's still anger in there, and I hadn't confronted, a lot of the things that were holding me back. I hadn't apologized to the people I needed to apologize to. I hadn't reconciled certain relationships, and I certainly wasn't being respectful enough to the people in my life. Changed my whole perspective on everything. And now I don't live in a state of fear ever. It's not that I don't have fear, it's just that once I went through that, nothing is really that scary anymore. Right? Fear exists, but it's on a whole new continuum now, right? Like, what do I have to be afraid of after going through that, right? And I think a lot of you just haven't suffered enough in your life to develop that kind of mindset. That's why I am very for going to the military. I wanted to go to the military for a while because I wanted to toughen my mindset. I wanted to become stronger. I was really convinced that I was going to go to the military when I was 18, 19. And no, I didn't, obviously, and that happened. But I think it's a good thing. I think you need to, if you don't face very harsh circumstances in your life, whether it be growing up without much and, going through an emergency, I think you need to do some intentional suffering. And that doesn't mean, being in extreme pain all the time. That means going out there, doing a run, getting sore, and not waking up in the morning saying, I overtrained. No, you just got sore legs. Now get up and get after it. And do that over and over and over again. That's what I did. I started going in the gym for like 3 hours a day, hardcore, right? Punishing myself for wasting so much time in my life prior, for letting myself go down a path and being ashamed of who I was, and intentionally putting myself through suffering. I arose a different man. And I'm not saying this, trying to be some kind of guru here or anything. I'm telling you exactly what happened to me. I was a bum, so what I had to do was make myself suffer. To understand that, you know what? You wasted so much time, and now this is your punishment. And if you don't put yourself through that intentional punishment every day, you're never going to change. So I want you to start thinking about, what can I do to inspire myself, right? Do I got to go see some beautiful views? Do I got to go travel somewhere that I haven't been, right? When I went to Dubai this year, I was inspired. It was unbelievable. I mean, I had goosebumps the entire time I was there, because I started seeing the expanse of the world, this place that looked like it was from the future. And I was just in awe that something like that existed. Some of you haven't left your city. You've been stuck in a bubble your entire life. I know people who are very smart, but who aren't well-rounded, who haven't experienced different cultures, right? They may be intelligent in one subject, but they aren't intelligent in the grand scheme of things because they haven't seen anything. They haven't experienced different kinds of people. They haven't seen what's out there in the world to be inspired. Those people will always burn out. If you're focused on work only and you never see the expanse of the world, you will burn out because nothing will be inside of you to inspire you, nothing to work towards, nothing to see, right? So think about, what do I need to do to inspire myself? Not getting it from anyone else, but how do I have to change for me to look at the person in the mirror and say, wow, look at how far you've come. I'm proud of you. If you can do that, man, I'm telling you, it's the greatest feeling in the world. It's happened to me a couple times, that feeling. There's been times where I've looked in the mirror and said, man, you're a bum. And then now I look in the mirror and say, man, I'm proud of you. You're growing every single day in every single way. I want to thank you for watching today's video. I hope you got fired up. I hope this inspired you to go do something new, to stop being stuck, stop being in a rut, stop complaining about your life. Go make changes, inspire yourself, do things that are hard, and forever alter the trajectory of your life. If you want to learn more about me, click the links in my description. I hope you enjoyed. I'm really grateful for you being here. We're going to live my life's journey together. And I'm grateful that you're here to join on this journey. I will see you in tomorrow's video. You have a great night.